How's it going, everybody? Just wanted to give you guys an update on one of my little projects here. I have a 71 GMC C2500 4-speed 2-wheel drive. Basically a farm truck here. But we got a bone stock 454 in this thing, headers, intake. We're installing a Sniper EFI kit on this thing. I went with the Stealth kit. I'm not a big fan of the other kit. It looks kind of ugly in my opinion. Always like the look of old school Holley. Had an AFB Carter on this thing before, and I was really suffering trying to get that thing to work. Anything past 70% throttle, it would just cut out. Not to mention the fact I was also getting 4.7 miles per gallon on average, maybe with a little bit of a heavy foot. This was on the highway, this was in town, you name it, it was bad. So I went ahead and just ordered this kit. You know, the government paid for this, of course. Use my Trump bucks. I would exchange them here on Summit Racing, had them here the next day. So we're spending our money wisely out here, if you get what I mean. This isn't so much of an install video, just giving you a little bit of an update on one of my projects here. Yeah, I guess we'll see where this goes. So, fast forward a little bit here. Doesn't look too much different, but I did already start doing this before I decided to make this video. So, that's where we are. I decided not to use Holley's weldless, O2 sensor setup with a gasket where you just drill a hole in the manifold or whatever you're using and put it on there. I had a buddy actually just weld this onto my glass pack here, because I have an annoying exhaust that, that's the full length of it. It just bolts straight to my headers. It's really the neighbor ear destroyer. So that's what we're going with here. Well, let's move on.
Then show an RPM signal. The engine should run, or should fire and run and come to an idle. So crank and then let it start basically.
That was illegal. Fun there?
Hell yeah!
After many hours.
All of them.
And Holley did not include an O-ring on the front of the throttle body. Hey guys, how's it going? So it's actually been about a month since I installed this Holley Sniper EFI kit. With this whole illness going on, my hair grew, I shaved. Not sure how I feel about that just yet. But here we are. I've been a little bit lazy about putting this video out, not gonna lie. But I wanted to give you guys an honest opinion about how this kit is performing. So I got the Holley Sniper Stealth kit, as you saw us install earlier. And it improved my fuel economy by about 25% from the 4.7 miles per gallon before. 4.7 is terrible, but think about it this way. It's a 456 rear gear and a big block. It sucks, that's how it goes. No overdrive either. I just accept it. It's a fun truck to drive. So we went from 4.7 miles per gallon to 6 1/4. And that 6 1/4 was with a very, very heavy foot. And I have really no complaints so far. One thing I have to say is it did probably pick up about 50 to 60 horsepower from the AFB Carter that was on there. It was an incredible difference. And you'll actually see, I'm about to show you guys a video what ended up happening when I went to go take this out for its first rip. I was not really used to having that much power in this truck, and I was probably only revving it to about 3,800 RPMs. I was extremely short shifting it, it was honestly, this truck's very intimidating, as you will. It's just glass packs straight up to the header. It's extremely loud, and it's kind of intimidating. But we did about a 10 mile an hour to 100 mile an hour rip in the truck, and it felt honestly great. Of course, that was in Mexico, you know, but it felt great. So let me go ahead and show you this video now. Let's not ditch. One more thing I actually want to mention here is if you order this kit, I did have one quality control issue with, I got the Sniper Stealth, but there's an O-ring that's supposed to sit under here that they actually did not include with the kit. And I was like, well, am I doing something wrong here? And no, there was no O-ring, because on the other side of the quote-unquote carburetor, aka throttle body, there's an O-ring that sits under this piece. I'm spacing on what it's really called at this point. But there's an O-ring that sits under here, and it basically just, you know, eliminates the ability for fuel to spray out. So if you look at this little divot, I don't know if you could see it, this little divot right here, fuel was instantly spraying out on the first startup. And we couldn't figure out exactly why. We thought we had messed something up. Maybe the fuel pressure was too high. So for some reason, you start your new EFI system up and it sprays out the front. Make sure there's an extra O-ring in there.